going on, everybody? Just getting set up here. Let me grab the link. Let everybody know that we're here. Post that into the private chat. All right. How's everybody doing today? Looks like a beautiful day out here in South Florida. My goodness. When I first moved out here, I realized instead of squirrels, you have iguanas, giant iguanas. I mean, these things are like 5 feet long. This is real tropical weather over here. It is quite interesting. All right, so I did a couple of live videos. You can check that out. Where is it? In the My Ideas section here on my profile. Went over a few TrendCloud tips and tricks. So check that out. Just click onto that light bulb, the very first light bulb that you see as you're coming down here, right there. Go to our watch list. Everything here is being filtered out into our supply and demand zone filter. And let's see here. Let me go over to YouTube, make sure we're streaming live on YouTube and everything looks great. Everything looks great. There we are. All right. Very good. Looking good on YouTube. I'll bring up the chat. Looking good on YouTube. Let me see if I can mute that. There we go. Okay. There we go. Just wait for a few more people. To show up. Yeah, so let's go over on the supply and demand zone scanning system that you guys receive. You have to make sure that you are updating the contracts. Okay, you could put stocks in here, Forex, I have all futures in here, and you'll have to update them as they switch over. Okay, so just be aware of that and make sure you're on 1 hour and 4 hour on your supply and demand zone scanner. Okay, let's put that in the middle. Middle right. Oh, that might interfere. That's good. We'll put it there. Where else can we put that? Top right. Top center. Middle right, middle left. We'll keep it there. Gives us a little clearer view. Okay, so a little less to work with today, right? Hey, good morning, Hitch. All right. Nice, I love it. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, very cool. Mariana, good morning. All right. We're just moving things around the screen here. And you can see the supply and demand zone scanning system here is starting to build. Okay, so the market's starting to come to life and give us opportunities here. It looks like a little more market sentiment to the upside. So we're going to start with that side. That is how we usually work this. When we're filtering out our watch list here, filter out the watch list. we've got everything in here, and we've got everything in here, and we're gonna run with that. You guys, I sent you guys out an email. You might you might have got. Let me know if you got that email. Um, it's the promotion on the full trading system, and it should just say TrendCloud day trading system, and you'll see it, guys. You'll see it in there. So, what do we got here? Wow, natural gas. We've got natural gas in here. Let's definitely take a look at that. Still shorting the Nasdaq and the Dow. I can't believe we missed that trade yesterday by a hair, just by a hair, and that happens. It just misses your zone and takes off without you. Let's go over, and you can see where we have pulled back into the trend cloud. It actually hit our it hit our 1 hour demand zone, right? Or supply zone. But I think I had it like this. I think we shortened it up a little bit just for the sake of risk. See, if we were trading with $1 million, sure, no problem. Put it right there, no problem. I think somebody yesterday was asking me about, hey, how much money do you need to start in a live account, really? Look, guys, it's if you have less than 10,000, don't get angry if you only make $100 or something like that, on a trade. You got to think of it in terms of percentages, right? You got to think of it in terms of percentages, not the actual figure itself. So look at your trading account in terms of percentages. Did I make, how much did I make? Don't look at it as, oh, I only made, $100. Look at it as, hey, I made 4%, 5% on my account. So, and on those smaller accounts, that's how you've got to look at it. It's like, oh, how come I don't make $10,000 today? Well, you only have a $500 account. So, oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, look at that. Bing. Just hit that proximal line. Nice move down, and we are continuing. So the whole idea, when you're looking at this, guys, the whole idea is, okay, what is that thing? The whole idea is, okay, highest time frame, we're in a downtrend. How do I rejoin this downtrend? Where am I going to rejoin this thing? And that is the art, and that is the science behind our technical analysis and the process that we go through, right? We want to go through a process to figure out where we can rejoin this downtrend, because we want to find downtrends that are just beginning, right? And we make it very visual, right? We make it very visual. Here's this giant plus sign here that indicates the crossover of your trend cloud. And no matter what time frame you're on, it's going to give you that signal. Here's the look at that. This is a really nice representation here of sideways movement, right? Make that gray. Oops. Just make it gray. And, you can see, look how wide that is on the higher time frame, right? So all in here, we've got some consolidation, and it represents it for you very nicely. When you see all those plus signs clustered together, sort of bunched up together. Oh, yes. This is a way, the mic is really, it's a great mic. This is Elgato. I'm also using an Elgato face cam. Um, really nice little system. Very affordable and great quality stuff. Elgato, really good brand. Elgato, the cat. This is the Elgato Wave 3 microphone. Very clear. And it's a USB mic. It's a USB mic. So so we've got this consolidation here, and it's represented by the cluster of those plus signs. So what does this mean? It means it went, crossed above, crossed below, crossed above, crossed below. Consolidation. Good way to find consolidation on those higher time frames. And drop down to the 4-hour, recalculate. And here we go right here. Beginning of the downtrend, candle turned yellow, transition candle, broke through that major level of support, the 100 simple. Here's the 200 simple, and that intermediate 50 simple. And then your trend cloud made up of the 15 and 34 exponential. And again, all of that is adjustable. What I found was these particular moving averages are working quite nicely in the futures market. So I highly recommend those. Let's go over to natural gas and take a look here. Natural gas. Okay. Oh, what's going on here now? Did natural gas cross over? I am on the X contract here. Oh, I think it did. What is that? November? Aha. Okay. So I think natural gas has crossed over. When you start seeing these mouse tracks, you got to go over to the next contract. Okay. So let's see. It's very easy to find out. Let's go over to NG. Futures. And here's the December contract. Make it green so that it goes onto your watch list. Let's remove that. Click onto there. There we go. And there you go. NG Z. We are officially on the Z contract. Let me drag this up, put it with my natural gas. Doing a little bit more volume than that's the micro crude. Just about the same. More volume on the crude oil here. Crude oil not to be found on our, look at that. Look at crude oil. Crude oil is kind of in a sideways movement. That's why it's not getting picked up. It's not getting picked up by our scanner. It's a little too wild, right? So look what happened here on crude oil. We broke to the downside, pulled back into that high time frame supply zone, right? Made its own little formation, rally base drop, and then pulled right back into it. Okay, so we've got, break to the downside, deep pullback, break to the downside, deep pullback. So we're in a range, right, guys? That's how you find. There's your range. Let's just take the wicks of crude oil, box that out. See how nice that looks now? When you make everything more visual, you've got yourself a nice representation of price. And there you go. So if we're going to take a chance on this thing, we need to take that chance up in here, not in here. Okay, so when you're in a range-bound market like this, you draw that out and you say, okay, well, if I'm going to go long, it's got to be down here. If I'm going to go short, we've got to be up here. Okay, so as of right now, that intermediate time frame, and it's represented on CCI, isn't it? Whenever you see your CCI indicator on your middle chart, start doing this. I mean, look at this every single time. Break to the upside right here. Breaks to the upside, pulls all the way down, breaks to the downside, pulls all the way up, breaks to the upside, breaks to the downside, breaks to the upside. There's no in between. That is why it's not popping up here on our supply and demand zone scanner. It's really not, it really doesn't fit our trade plan, right? It doesn't really fit the TrendCloud trade plan where you wait for a zone to hold and you get the break of structure to the upside, right? Break of structure, break above 200. Now we're looking for this, right? We'd be looking for this, a pullback into a zone and a pullback that doesn't go past, ideally, doesn't go past that zero line and essentially doesn't go past the negative 100 line. Okay, so we wanted this type of situation and then like this, right? But it's not doing that. It's not doing that. It's breaking to the upside and then breaking to the downside and then breaking back to the upside. Range bound. Range bound. How long does that last? This could, go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you could make money on it, but it's just it's short, right? It's short money, right? We want at least, this type of situation, where we're getting, 3 to 5 waves up. And it seems like even on that high time frame, that's really what it's doing. This was right here. Is that August 29th? Real nice run on crude oil. 5 waves, so getting in down here. And, how do we do that? How do we get in at the beginning of a trade? By following this. So when you see that your CCI indicator, which is part of your TrendCloud trade plan, when you see that it's not following the trade plan, step away from it. Step away from the trade because it's not going to give you this situation. When you follow the trade plan that's in TrendCloud, when you follow the trade plan, it sets you up. The trade plan is designed to set you up for the big moves like this. That's what it looks like on the technical analysis side. And that's what you want to be a part of. Okay. 917. Let's put on our opening range and set that to 5 minutes. Okay. We'll leave the extended historical lines on there. Open, high, low, close, previous day, okay, on the daily. We also get the weekly open, high, low, close, and the monthly open, high, low, close. And we want to make sure we only show one previous. We don't want to see every single one of them. We want to see just the previous week, previous month, previous day. Okay. And we've got to be on the 5-minute chart for our energies there. Okay, so here we are. We got the 5-minute opening range here. And it looks like it broke a little out to the upside, broke a little out to the downside. So if we're heading back down here, we want to start looking for, for some longs there. But we're not going to trade that. We're just going to speculate, and we're just going to observe. Now let's go over to natural gas and take a look at natural gas. We're looking to go short on natural gas. Looking to go short on natural gas. Oh, what happened here? I'm sorry. That's the, I'm looking at NASDAQ. I'm sorry. Natural gas, we are looking to go long. I was like, that doesn't make sense. See, I was wrong. TrendCloud was right. Wow. Look at that, guys. Okay. So we're in a situation here. We've got that big break to the upside that we were looking for on that high time frame. Very nice. Look at this, guys. Broke through structure. Broke above TrendCloud. Pulled back, hit that 50, and broke through. Wow. This thing ripped through the 200 simple, the 100 simple. It broke structure to the upside. And that is represented on the 1-hour chart here, all the way up to here. Very strong upward movement. And now we're extended, right? So we still have a lot of momentum. So what do we want to do? We don't want to go long yet. We don't want to go long yet in this situation. And we don't want to go short either. Okay. What we want to do is we want to go long, but just not yet. We want to wait for this on the 1-hour chart to recalculate. And where's it going to recalculate? Right below the 50. This really needs to start doing some slow movement down here. We've got to have at least the 1-hour candle. We need to come down here and look at where it is on the high time frame. Okay. Take your square, go over to the trend cloud on the high time frame, and just do like this. Okay? Because we're looking for this type of situation, right? We're looking for a break above, pulls back into the high time frame trend cloud, and takes off, right? Pulls into the trend cloud, drop. Pulls into the trend cloud, and it fails, right? Here, found support, rip to the upside, and this would be the very first pullback into the trend cloud, and that could be very powerful. Where is that going to take place? On the high time frame, it should take place somewhere in here. On the middle time frame, it should take place somewhere below the 50 simple. So you see how it's giving us a visual representation of where price should pull back to. That is what TrendCloud is doing for us, okay? And when you put that together in a process, you've got something very significant. And that's what we want to continue to do. So when this pulls back into here, CCI, most likely, because it's so deep, it will break below the negative 100. And in this situation, because we've got an uptrend on the high time frame, hopefully, we get that return back to the upside very quickly on a move like this. And then we can start looking for that move back up. And it always forms this sort of reverse head and shoulders thing, right? It always forms that classical charting pattern. Now, you can take a chance on this. Let's erase all this. If it does this, pulls back into here, breaks here, you can take a chance on it. Just make sure that it's 1% or less, okay? You do put yourself in a situation where this could happen, right? It hits the zone, it goes up a little bit, CCI is below negative 100, and it says, I want to go a little deeper. Okay, that's the risk. That's the risk you take. But because we're in such a strong uptrend, and it's at the very beginning of the high time frame uptrend, it might be worth taking the chance. But hey, it's only 1% risk. You're only going to get dinged if it doesn't work. Why not try it? Okay, it is a legitimate reason in this situation because we're extended. We're saying that we're going to continue the uptrend. We're just going to see a deep pullback. Where does that deep pullback take place? Possibly right in this area. Okay. In any other situation, you don't want to violate this rule. Like, you don't want to violate that rule when you're right here. Okay, so the exception to the rule on CCI, the exception to the rule is when you're in a uptrend on your high time frame and it becomes extended on your middle time frame, because ideally we want to rejoin this uptrend. So it's going to have to pull back deep on the middle time frame. Okay, that is the only exception to your trade plan rules. Now, right here, do you see how we're in this corrective move? Okay, at this point in time, right? At this point in time, we are pulling back up. We're in this corrective move here, but we're in the uptrend. As this is coming up, you can take your trade as long as you have CCI with you. So here's the middle time frame situation on the trend. We're riding the corrective move on that middle time frame. So we get the crossover. You see that you've got support, and then it breaks structure right here, just by a hair. When you pull back, look how you're pulling back into strength. Okay, on the pullback, it didn't do. Oops. On the pullback, it didn't do this, right? It didn't do this on the pullback, right? It didn't break below negative 100 on the pullback. It pulled back right where we wanted it to, and then made another move up, right? Pulled back into the cloud, made the move up. Pulled back into the cloud, pulled back right here, made the move up, made the move up. Pulls back into the cloud, pulls back a little deeper, doesn't break through negative 100, right? Big move up. And now we're extended. Big move up there. Pulls back, right? Pulls back, big move up. Whoops. Move up, move up. And now we are pulling back here. And that's the situation where we're at right now. Make sense? Okay, so it is following our rules. We love that. We love it when the rules are followed, right? So the pullback here, if this pulls back into this area and CCI is like, still like this, wow. Hey guys, even better. You take that all day long, you got to take that. Um, so, that's what we are looking for. Let's throw some Fibonacci up there as well. Let's see. Fibonacci is going to start from here, from this point. Grab that Fibonacci retracement level. See that stochastic there? That's how I know I'm going to start here and not here. So we're going to start right here, all the way up. Oh, look at that. Okay, 50% retracement level. So we've got a 50% retracement level inside of our high time frame trend cloud. We've got the 50 simple here on the middle time frame. We want to close below that. And we've also got, let's take a look on the 5-minute chart here. And let's see what we have. What do we got here on that 5-minute chart? Got a little zone right in here. Got a little zone right in here. 15-minute. We've got a wick over wick. That is quite a ways down, though, isn't it? That is quite a ways down. So, there are people here that may want to take advantage of it from here to here. I mean, that is quite a bit down. But the idea is to rejoin that uptrend. But there are definitely some opportunities to take it here. But we don't have it, right? We don't have it on CCI. We've got this. You're to risk this type of situation, we are violating a whole bunch of rules, right? Because we still have strength to the upside. Now we are getting a corrective move here. We are going into a corrective move, but we're going into a corrective move on this high time frame, and maybe it's only to here. There may be enough strength in this move to put in another wave up. You don't know. That's why you don't want to go short on this. CRSP, long or short? Let's take a look. CRSP. So that's why we don't want to go long on that natural gas, or short. That's why we don't want to go short, because we just got too much going on to the upside, too much momentum. All right, let's go take a look. CRSP. CRSP. We need stocks. Oh, CRISPR. Graham, this is a very interesting company. This is a very interesting company. This is that biotech company that does gene splicing and cloning, right? They work with, this is a very interesting company. Yeah, CRISPR is, how much is it? $41? Well, we've gone extended on that 4-hour, but stocks, daily chart is way extended. All right, let's go out to the weekly. Let's do weekly, daily, 4-hour. Look at this thing a little bit more long term. Recalculate. I like looking at stocks with the weekly, daily, and 4-hour. Only because it just gives you, I think with stocks, it just gives you kind of a better picture. Is that what you're using, Hitch, for your time frames? So yeah, weekly chart is wow. This thing's been going down for weeks. It's been going down for weeks. Okay, months, I should say. So we're in this downtrend, pulls back, hits that major level of resistance, right? These are major levels of support and resistance. And boy, it just wanted to hit that 100 simple, following that really well. Does it ever do that in the past? Yeah, kind of. It's following TrendCloud quite nicely. Yeah, there you go. There's your right. Wow, look at that, guys. See how that works? See how my eye was just drawn to that consolidation. When you see TrendCloud squish up like that and boom, hits that demand, moves up. Here's another consolidation here. Another consolidation. Boom, hits it. Nice bounce. Stays in there for a while, and there we are. There's where we're at. We just drew two little lines, right? We drew two lines on there, or two zones on that weekly, right? So let's go back right here, beginning of time, 2016. There's your consolidation, right? There's your consolidation there. Comes down, hits again. There's your trend cloud, right? Scrunch up on it. Right in here, right? Comes down, boom, hits it, bounce. Hits, bounce, right? Now we're sort of breaking through all of that. We're still in it though, aren't we? Right, here's the market edge. There's your market edge. This is where you can see where all the buyers came in, right? All the buyers came in right here. This was on an uptrend. It pulled back deep. Buyers came in right here on that yellow transition candle, pushed it back up past all of this, made a little formation, and then broke structure right here. We broke structure right there. So you can see how previous resistance becomes support, comes all the way up, gets stuck at that support level, breaks through it. Okay, so it's definitely following. So the buyers may start to come back in here. We've gone extended, right? So the daily is now extended, and we're inside of that weekly demand. So what we want to see here, the first sign that this is going to start making some kind of a move to the upside hitch will be this, right? And wait for that. Wait to see that. And it's going to probably look like this. Wait for that break above that 50 so that it puts you in that situation, puts you in a situation that could be like this, right? But we are extended. There's still enough force to the downside here. Let's see. Okay, weekly chart. Look at that. On the weekly chart, we are just starting to make that cycle back up. Okay, momentum is up. We're just starting to, but we're not quite there yet. See how it's kind of going back and forth? It's still red. When this thing here, when our stochastic when you see that stochastic, that little blip there, you see that turn green again. Okay, you see that turn green, get a little break above positive 100, then you can start looking for those option chains to go long. But as of right now, we have enough force to this thing to put you in this situation. Pulls back into the cloud and makes another rip down. Okay. So wanting to wait on this for some kind of break of structure to the upside. Breaks from structure here, breaks above that 50, recalculates, and then start looking for those option chains to go long. You can take a risk on that. And now with stocks too, you've got fundamentals, right? There are fundamentals involved with that. Daily, 1 hour, 15-minute. On this situation here, whoa, huge gap. Well, that kind of spiked up and now it's returning. Look at that on that 15-minute. When you start seeing the NASDAQ switch over to this column, right? That when you start seeing the NASDAQ starting to break back up to the upside, that would give you also an indication that this was going to be breaking up. So the futures are always an indication, for stocks, right? So this is a NASDAQ stock. So wow, it might want this gap fill down here, but you see we're still, you got to wait for that break above. So look what it's doing, right? Break to the upside, break to the downside on CCI, right? And it gives it to you here, but then break to the upside. And now we're breaking to the downside. So it's trying to figure something out. It's trying to figure itself out. But yeah, we're extended. So we are extended. Yeah, I would definitely try to. I don't think you really want to short stocks as much as you want to go long with these stocks, right? It's an incredible company. So the fundamentals, you'd have to read news on it as well and see what's going on. If they get bought out or they're doing a deal with somebody, did they come up with, a new type of clone therapy? You got to watch the movie Gattaca. If you're read about CRISPR, right? Read some news about CRISPR and then go watch the movie Gattaca. It will scare the daylights out of you because it is so, it's probably going to happen. It's all about gene therapy and how there's no more imperfections in people and designer babies. You can get, they can alter your DNA. The movie was all about advancing in, DNA therapy and gene splicing and all of this. And you can actually remove, they can do it today. They can remove the part of your DNA that produces cancer. It's really crazy. Hey, what's up, Al? I just saw you there. On, sorry guys, I just saw you there on the YouTube chat. What is going on, Al? What's up, Zero Comedy? What's up? But yeah, Gattaca, my friend. Guys, watch that movie, Gattaca. It's with Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman, and it's like an '80s cult classic, and they were talking about all of this stuff. Let's see, trade. OPUSDT. What do we got there? OPUSDT. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, we are building here. Time is it? 9:43. Okay, almost time for the opening range breakout to be complete on the indexes, and then we'll get back to that. But let's take a look. Is this it? Is this it? Zero comedy? OPUSDT. Is that what you wanted to see? Tether US. Okay, daily chart here. Let's go to the 4-hour. Okay, so 4-hour chart here. 4-hour chart is up. This is a cryptocurrency. 4 hours is up, and we are just starting to cycle back up, right? We're just about to make that fifth wave. Okay, so this is the highest time frame is just about to make a fifth wave up. And we are cycling up, which means we're in an impulse phase, and momentum is up. What do we need? We're almost there. We're almost there to go long on this sucker. We need this, right? We need that break above positive 100 on our CCI, and it's almost there, guys. So right here, right, we want to see a break of structure right there. Real nice. Once you break structure here, zero comedy, once you break structure right here, you can start looking for your supplies demand zone, wherever that's going to be, right? You can start looking for that demand zone to go long again on this. But you got to be careful. You got to make sure that it breaks past here, because it's going to form on the high time frame, right, guys? It's going to form your fifth wave. There's 5 waves in an average trend, okay? So once you get here, hopefully you get a situation like this, and you get another wave out of it. Now you're really extended, right? Right? So 5, 6, 7th wave, now you got to start easing off, scaling out, and start taking profits, okay? Because once those candles turn ice blue, let's see what this thing likes to do. Always go to the highest time frame and check it out, okay, and see what this thing likes to do. Okay, it likes to go down about 5 waves, okay, and it makes this short, makes 3 waves up, 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 1, 2, 3 waves down, okay. This thing likes, okay, so it doesn't really go extended. This thing doesn't really like to go extended, so be careful. Looks like we're going 3 waves up, right? 1, 2, 3, right? We're saying 3. This is not a 3 wave up because it didn't break above and close above. Okay, in order to count the wave, it's got to break above and close above that previous structure. All right, zero comedy. This thing likes to go about 3 or 4 waves up, right? We're in the 4th wave now. So according to what this does, it might want this area here. Okay? So let's take a look. Yeah, this might be short-lived. This might be short-lived, okay? So there's your target zone there. If you want to get aggressive with this, because it looks like, I mean, look at this. Okay. Here's where you're at right now. Okay. Now, you see how this rally base drop wasn't able to break structure here? Okay. So so that's good if you want to go long on this, right? But be careful of this right here. Look at this, guys. You see this supply zone? You see this supply zone? Rally base drop, broke structure here, broke structure here, broke structure here. This right here is a formidable opponent. Okay? When I go over this in the course, I want you guys to be very strong with your supply and demand zone techniques. Be very strong, be very mindful of formations that break other formations. Do you see how this formation here, I'm really going to darken that in. This is a great lesson right here. This is a very powerful zone because it's a rally base drop that broke structure there, there, and there. Okay? Lot of sellers in here. There was enough sellers in here to rip this down through all of these zones. And this right here, this drop base rally, okay, this right here, this is a formation also. So this is a drop base rally that broke structure. And this is a rally base drop that broke through a formation that broke structure. Okay, I'm going to say it one more time. Here's a drop base rally that broke structure. This is a rally base drop that broke through a formation that broke structure. That makes this very, very powerful. For this zone to take out a formation that was powerful enough to break through structure is you red flags got to go off. Okay, you've got to, alarm bells have to go off when you see that. So this right here, I'm going to make it even darker. Okay, super powerful. All right, Mr. Comedy. Okay, hope you like that. That is a great lesson. I may even take this clip out of this live session and post that on YouTube. Excellent, excellent. I hope you're still here. I'm sorry that I didn't see you guys in the YouTube chat right away. But great lesson there. Okay, so guys, everybody, make sure that you understand that. Always look for formations that break other formations. Okay, so that's an observation that's going to make you a lot of money. All right. Let's get over to let's go back to natural gas and see what's going on here. So we're extended and we really want to go long on natural gas here, right? We want to try and get in on that 50% retracement level. but we really have to see the candle close below first. So the 1 hour candle must close below the 50 first. Then we can start taking more of a confirmation trade. So what we'll do is we'll engage our confirmation entry candles, right? And as soon as we see, okay, as soon as we see a situation like this, right? Something like this, where we see it enters our zone, candle turns yellow, we can start taking that trade back to the upside. Okay, but that is what we are looking for on natural gas. Let's put that back right there. Okay, what else do we got here? Copper. Wow, really? Copper, going long on copper. Copper just hit that high time frame 200 simple. Refresh the chart. Refresh the chart. Okay. We just broke structure here. Very nice. Just broke structure there. Opening range. Right, opening range on copper. Get that 15-minute. Go over to your gearbox. Hit that 15-minute. And open it up. Come on. There we go. All right. Look at that. Look at that. Pulling back into that zone. Let's open this up. Previous week's high. Very nice. Got a little trade on here. Very nice. Very nice. Middle. Top right. There we go. Let's put it back up there. Okay. Yeah, so pulling back into that zone. Plenty. Look at that. We are nice intermediate momentum, way above positive 200 and positive 100. This is a nice trade, guys. Let's see if it's affordable. Is this affordable? This is the expensive stuff, right? All right. So that's all we can afford. So maybe this pulls back into the zone. Because this is so strong, it might hit that proximal line and take off without us. It might not even reach back here. But if it does pull back, we can put Fibonacci on there. Okay, and we can go, let's go from here, swing low to swing high. Okay, cool. All right, so we've got that 50%, right? Let's take a good look. There's our 50%. Wow, I put it right on that 50%. 50% Fibonacci retracement level. We've got the previous week's high right here. And the risk is $200, which is 1% of our $20,000 account, right? We always assume $20,000 account just for the sake of the live trading room so that we can practice that risk management style of trading, which Mr. Larry Height goes over all the time in the rule. And also our favorite dude, Mr. Mark Douglas, in Trading in the Zone. Delicious. Delicious tea. So very nice there on um, copper. Nice trade set up on that opening range on copper. Let's go over to platinum. Let's do all the longs. Platinum. Well, there we go. Okay, so there we go on platinum. Let's clear the chart again. Break out to the upside. And right, drop base, rally right in here. Look at that wick. So take a look at this. I just want to do a little candlestick analysis here with you. Do you see all three of these candles? Look at this candle right here, right? It came up and it got knocked down, but then the next candle broke above it. So the sellers were trying to come in and the buyers were stronger. Happened here again, right? Sellers came in, beat it down. That's when you see that long wick. Whenever you see very long wicks, okay, let's turn that off a second. Whenever you see these very long wicks, right? That's what's happening. Sellers coming in, beat it down. Buyers win. Sellers coming in, beats it down. Buyers come in, couple of inside candles, boom, they win again. Sellers beat it back down. And then finally, look how strong this candle is right here. Okay. Very possible we're going to get a nice return into this area. So this might be pretty shallow, and that's going to get very expensive for platinum, right? Because the full range here on platinum is what? Okay. About 250, almost $300, right? So okay, so there's a $200 risk. Fibonacci, swing low to swing high. Look at it. I always manage to hit right on that. But look what we've got here now. Here's Fibonacci. We do have a 50% retracement level here, right? But look at the ratio. This is called ratio confluence, guys. When you see Fibonacci and another support level line up, that's the one you go for, okay? So we've actually got previous day's close and a 618, that's the golden ratio on Fibonacci. Previous day's close and a 618 retracement level on that Fibonacci retracement. Very nice. And that reduces our risk to $120. Great. Great. Our job is to find trades. Our job is to follow our TrendCloud process. Our job is not to try and figure out what trade's going to work and what trade's going to fail. That's not our job. Our job is to find trades and follow the TrendCloud process. That's what we do. And it works. It works. So why don't you do it? How come I didn't do it last week or a month before or whatever? You ask yourself these things and it's like, oh, well, you have to constantly remind yourself, just like motivation, right? It's just like any kind of motivation or spiritual motivation, mental motivation, if you're religious, any kind of religious motivation, anything like that. It's a conversation you have to constantly have with yourself so that you stick with it, and in your life, that's what you do too. Like, hey, I want to be a better person. Every day, I got to make sure I'm 1% better. Am I on track for being a better person? And then that just carries over into, your business, your relationships, your friendships, and your trading, of course, right? And that's how you do it. So if this doesn't work out, wow, it's just a scraped knee. Just put a Band-Aid on that scraped knee. But we're not going to chop our leg off, right? Okay, what else we got here? Oh, look at that. Platinum got removed. Okay. It's picking up on this pullback. All right, it's picking up on this pullback here. And that's okay. That's a nice setup. If this doesn't work, we've got this down here as well, right? Very clear rally base rally right below everything as well. But we got a good chance of it working here within that range. Pulls back and the push up. Can we afford? Nope, can't afford it. So we can keep it right there. We can keep it right below that 786 retracement level. So you see how you could use those Fibonacci retracement levels as little barriers for your stop loss. Okay, very good, excellent. Okay, so let's see, ZSX. Okay, let's go look at soybeans here. Do some agriculture. Let's remove opening range because we don't use that. Oh my goodness, this is all right, let's remove all of this stuff here. Make it nice and clear. Looking a little wonky here, right? Ooh. Break to the upside, break to the downside, break to the upside, break to... Kind of range bound, right? Kind of range bound and coming into, let's just put it right there. Let's mark off our market edges. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right, so we're kind of range bound here, right? We really, if we want to go long, for me, okay, if I want to go long, I don't like this break to the upside of CCI, break to the downside of CCI, break to the upside. I want to see this. I want to see break through this level, break through this structure right here. Okay, please break through that, and then show me this right here. See, TrendCloud lines it up for you, right? Show me that. That's what I want. Okay, see it right there. Here it is on the 15-minute, right? Got this cluster here. You could take a chance on this. We've got this right below it, 1% risk, 1% risk, but that's what I would be looking for. So if we break through this, okay, let's make it a little more obvious. We want to break through this first. Then we want to see, then we want to see some kind of pullback into a demand zone. And hopefully we have some, as this breaks through, TrendCloud will also break through. And we want to see that 1 hour TrendCloud component inside of our zone. We want to always have some kind of, maybe we'll have VWAP in there. Okay. Is that weekly? Make sure we're on weekly VWAP. Yeah. We want to see break above, pull back to that weekly VWAP inside of our demand zone. We'll also have some TrendCloud component, and you can see a little bit of it right here, right? From there to there. I love putting those colors on the chart. So now you can see there's the top of that 1 hour trend cloud inside of that 15-minute demand zone with VWAP. Look at how VWAP is like right inside of the segment of the demand zone that has the trend cloud component to it. Okay. You just draw this stuff out on your chart and you wait for it. Dow's looking good, Kazi. Let's go to jump on the micro Dow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. Great lessons today, guys. We're doing some really great lessons today. Okay, let's go 15-minute opening range. Yeah. All right. Maybe we can get in on this. Thank you, Kazi. Maybe we can get in on this. Nice downtrend, right? Going into that third wave. CCI broke below negative 200. Trend cloud is down on that 1 hour chart. And we are starting to break down. Now, this is forming a fifth wave, but we're not extended yet, right? But this is probably going to form that fifth wave. So we'll be in an average trend on that 1 hour chart, but looking good for that breakdown. And what do we got right up here? Can we take a chance on this right here? Make that red. Okay. It broke to the downside. It didn't close yet, but we can probably take a small risk. Maybe this pops up to here and gives it to us right at that previous day's close. Let's see, sell 3 right there. There's your entry. Okay, about 6 contracts on the micro. Gives you a little bit of room. Now if this starts breaking down from here, we do have previous day's low and this base drop that is forming. This is a drop. This might be a base drop forming here. Let's open this up. Get a nice clear picture of this, guys. Okay. There we go. There's our situation. Right? Little bit of indecision here, right? We're kind of like, oh, I don't really know if we want to break through. Okay. So we broke to the downside out of the opening range. We broke through some structure. And, this right here, this rally, would really be rally, base, drop. Okay, this is the formation that did break some structure, but we don't really have a move out yet. Okay, we can take a small risk. This is less than 1% of our total account value. We've seen this before, right? We've seen this before where it kind of like breaks to the down, kind of breaks a little bit above here, and then makes the move down. It's possible we could get in on that. We're right at that previous day's close. Maybe it gives it to us early and we take off. Okay, maybe it wants to hit that hit the top of that trend cloud again. You never know. But momentum is with us, right? Cycling down, momentum is down, CCI below negative 200. This pullback here is taking place with a tremendous amount of intermediate momentum to the downside. All right. What is going on, Al? How are you doing, Al? Urgh. How's it looking, Al, on YouTube? Everything clear? Looking okay? Everything good on TradingView, guys? Anybody refreshing with F5 on TradingView? Some days there's a lot of lag, and some days it's good. I don't know what the deal is with that. All right, so we're pulling back. We don't know, guys. We don't know. Okay, so you can see momentum changing here, right? A little bit. Maybe we get in on this. It may work, it may not work, but that's definitely an option there. Okay, and it is adding to our supply zone there. Market sentiment on metals and everything, it's still to the upside there. Still to the upside. Back down, right? Yep. Rally, base, drop. Do you see why this is the leg in? This right here, this candle right here, that candle right there, okay, closed here. This candle closed below that leg in. So this is just a rally and a drop. So you got to go to this candle now. So this candle is the leg in. This candle is a basing candle. This is a basing candle. And this is the leg out. Does everybody see that? Good. Today's okay, Hitch? Okay, good. Excellent. So this is your leg in here. Oh, my goodness. So now we've got drop, base. Is this going to be a basing candle? We've got about 13 minutes left. This is now turning into drop, base, drop. Is that going to be a drop, or is that going to be another basing candle? We want to see a nice wick up to here and then watch all those sellers come in, right? That's what we're going for. If not, if this breaks to the downside, okay, if this does happen to break to the downside, then we look for the retest. We look for the retest, in some sort of formation that might form in here. But this is also a legitimate level. All right. So we're going to let that happen. Let's set a little alert. We'll set an alert above that, above this candle here. Set an alert. Crossing up. Oops. Micro Dow. Supply zone. You just give yourself a little reminder, hit save. And now it's activated. It'll make a little noise. Yeah, let's take a look at ES, Mariana. Let's take a look at ES. Looks like we're still within. Oh, the ES gave it to us. The ES gave it to us. Dang it. All right, go micro ES. The ES gave it to us. My goodness. The ES gave it to us. Okay. Let's see here. So you see the concept, right, guys? Downtrend. Let's turn that off. Okay. What about the Russell? So you see the concept here, right? It's up on the supply and demand zone scanner. It's telling us these are the strongest moves to the downside, ES, and the Dow. Okay, and um, downtrend, cycling down, momentum's trying to move down as well. CCI below negative 200 pulls back into that blue area, and now we're back below negative 100, and there you go. Okay, so again, very hard to sort of teach and comment and go through process and really look at everything as quickly as we can. I'm doing my best, guys. I apologize for that. So our theory, right, that we were working on with the Dow, just missed it, right? But gave it to us on the micro ES, right? Pulled back just enough. Boom! Look at that, to the tick, like just ding, and worked out for us. Okay, so let's just go through the process, right? Downtrend, high time frame. Candles are red. Trend cloud is red. Cycling down means we're in an impulse phase. We go to the middle time frame. We are also in a downtrend. Trend cloud is red. Candles are red. We are below negative 100 on CCI. That gives you the okay to start looking for supply zones. And we go to that lower time frame, and oh, look at this. Here's our middle chart. I mean, our 15-minute chart. And what do we got? Top of the opening range, we've got this rally base drop here. Candle came in, hit that, made a nice little move down. Maybe it'll hit it again. Maybe it'll hit it again. That would be glorious, wouldn't it? That would be glorious. Okay, let's not miss any others. Let's go through. It'll let us know, okay, if it hits. What else do we've got? Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar. Okay, we don't do opening range on currency. Okay, so Canadian dollar came in, hit our zone. Now we're back below. Now we're back below negative 100, negative 200 actually. Got this doji candle forming. Where's the pullback going to take place? Most likely right in here somewhere, right? On that next move. Now, this thing has been pulling back pretty deep, but we can only trade what we see, right? We can take a chance on this right here. See, guys, it went down 5 waves, pulled back 6 waves, candles turned ice blue. What does price like to do when it becomes extended and you see those blue candles? Break above the 50, recalculate, makes another move down, okay? So that's what the Canadian dollar decided to do. So we've got to trade that. We can only trade what we see. This is the situation on Canadian dollar. And what do we see? Well, we see a bunch of, we've got this consolidation here. We do have a drop-based drop. And all within here, we've got a high time frame trend cloud. Let's superimpose the 1 hour trend cloud on top of the 15-minute chart here. Go to trend cloud, engage trend cloud, pulls right back in there. Let's put the higher time frame trend cloud on there. Okay, so right in here, we've got that higher time frame resistance level. Where's our VWAP? VWAP is nowhere to be found. Okay. So yeah, so there's your entry there. Go to Fibonacci retracement, swing high to swing low. And here's some ratio confluence. Here's 618 retracement level inside of our supply zone. Okay, right there. Okay, we put it right above that 618. 240, that's too much. 180, there you go. Okay, so there's your trade on the Canadian dollar, all set. Swiss. Okay, how are we doing here? I don't want to miss anything. I don't want you guys to miss anything. Okay, so yep, micro, yep, did hit. Okay, so the trade is still on. The trade is still on. And still working. We'd be in this trade on the micro ES, right, Mariana? We'd be in that. We'd be in that right now. So again, just follow that process, follow that concept. Look for those formations that are. Look for those formations that make up your opening range breakout. A lot of wicks to the upside, a lot of wicks to the downside. Still trying to make a decision. Time is it? 10:26. Okay. So so we would be in this trade if we were, if I was paying attention to it. Okay. And not jibber jabbering. But the purpose of the live room here, guys, is really to talk through stuff. I like to look at it more like going over setups, why we're choosing these setups. I think that's more important for you guys. And live trading, just strictly live trading, is very boring to watch. I would rather spend the time engaging with you guys, talking about the setups, going through the TrendCloud process just every day. And then, you guys will see it. And you're starting to see it, Kazi's like, hey, the Dow, man, is looking good. And Mariana is like, hey, look at the ES, So you guys are with it. You guys are seeing it. You're starting to see stuff and you're getting excited about it because every day you get a little bit better. You start seeing this stuff happen, and you're like, oh, wait a second, downtrend, below negative 100, cycling down. Hey, Chris, hey, buddy. you might want to take a look at this, you know? So very good, guys. Excellent. Let's go over to the Swiss. Okay, let's take a look. We don't need that. Recalculate. Swiss has gone extended. Swiss has gone extended. So this is it went extended to the upside, broke through and just kept going. Now we've run into that 200 simple and we're extended on the 1 hour. Okay, now we are in a downtrend here on the high time frame. So we are looking to rejoin the downtrend here on this time frame. Where is that going to take place? Well, somewhere in here, right? Here's your TrendCloud component. And oh, look at that. It's above the 50 simple, right? What does price like to do? Likes to break above that 50 simple, do a little something, you know, and then continue the move down, right? So we're kind of looking for something like this. Let's go look on the lower time frame, 15-minute chart. Do we see anything in here? Well, I see something right here, right? This is looking good. Gap fill. We got a gap fill here. The VWAP's all the way up here. So a little, this is a rally base drop, and this candle did break through some structure here, and eventually it did break this. Okay, so there's a lot of there's more sellers up here, and you see how. Let's just recalculate again. Okay, this is pretty steep, right? That's pretty steep too. On the lower time frame, it's just that high time frame TrendCloud component is more up in here, right? It's more up in here. And what did this do? This pulled back, broke through this. Okay, so we did break through a formation here. See how this formation broke? Right here. So price came up, broke through this. So turn it gray. And, went to this level. It went back into, it chose this. So that's the zone that's holding. That's the controlling swing high. So let's get rid of this. All right. But when you see that structure or a formation that breaks structure gets broken, that means strength to the upside, right? So we really, if this is going to continue down, it's got to break through that. And it looks like it's going to do that. So we've got some strength to the downside, but broke to the upside, broke to the downside. Not as clear of a situation, right? We're still trying to understand what's going on here. It's got to break there. But this is the controlling swing high right here. Okay, so we're looking at this. So it might be that this wants to go lower. Maybe this wants to put in, 7 waves first. Maybe this wants to go a little bit more extended down. before it recalculates back to the upside, before it recalculates back up here somewhere. So the Swiss is still forming. How do you change ticker on all three time frames? How do you change the ticker? So what you want to do, go here, select layout, Mariana. You go here, you click onto that, and you see down here it says symbol. Make sure symbol is engaged. Okay, you want that to be blue. You click onto that, and that down here, see sync in layout. This is going to sync up your charts. That's going to sync up all of your charts. And that's what you want. You definitely want to have that turned on so that you have all three time frames here. And you also, if you're on the free version, okay, if you're on the free version of TradingView, I believe you only get one frame, okay? I believe you only get one frame. And then on the, perfect, cool. But yeah, then on the paid versions, you can do that. Like sometimes we like to have time engaged as well, right? Definitely crosshairs. Make sure crosshairs is engaged too. And if you engage the time, if you sync the time, what that will do, just make sure your charts are refreshed with that little dial. If I go back in time on the high time frame and I say, I want to look at this section here, just click onto that and it will bring you right to that on each time frame. Say, I want to look at this right here. Click onto that and it brings it right to you. Boom, right there. So I'm going to take that off for now. So that's the story on the Swiss, guys. Okay. What else is going on here? We didn't get any, never pulled back, into, oh, you're on premium. Oh, good. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, excellent. You will have all the capabilities then. So many features, I know. Yeah, just take it one step at a time, play with it. That's how I learned. Just by playing around with it, like, oh, what does this do? So we never came back, right? Let's go check on the Dow. Oof, making a nice move down. So our theory has worked, right, guys? If I wasn't jibber jabbering, we'd be in on the micro here. We'd be in on that micro trade. Now we really want to see. It's making. It is kind of pulling back in here. It's still viable. I mean, it's still viable, but we definitely want to see. We definitely want to see a break there, like today, right? We want to get in on this sucker, and we want to see that break of structure there. Could be forming a double bottom. Could be forming a double bottom. But we're still early, right? Third wave. On the 4-hour chart, on this micro, last time it went down 9 waves. Went down 9 waves. Here, went down 5 waves. Recalculated, made one long move to the downside. So do you see, this is interesting. Do you see, guys, how on the Dow, on the indexes in general, look at how long the movement is to the downside. Short move up, sell the rip. Down. Nobody's really buying the dips. They're not buying they did here, right? But it only went 1, 2, back down. People are selling the rips more than they're buying the dips. Consolidation, right? Consolidation here. Sell it. Sell, sell, sell. No, no, we're extended. No, no, keep selling. But we're extended. No, no, keep sell, sell. Okay. All right, we went high enough. Sell it. people are really they are selling the rips. Okay? They are selling the rips. Down, 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 down. Pulls back up, hits that 100 simple, sell the rip. Breaks up here, fakes everybody out, consolidate, sell. Okay. July. Here's where we topped out. Here's where we topped out. Okay. And that's what we're looking at right now. Moving down. So we followed our process, right? Our theory was correct. Oh, look at this. Top of the opening range breakout here. Rally base drop. Oh, that's a good place to get in on. And there you go. So, very nice. Did we get any confirmation entry candles on there? Oh, okay. So we're getting some confirmation entry candles here. Not so much in the zone, but boy, that was a nice initial retest. Boom, hit that zone, and heading down. Let's check out the Russell. Well, the Russell definitely broke through there, huh? Opening range, it's still trying to, Russell is the weakest out of all of them. Yeah, wow, look at see the difference? See how much weaker the Russell is? It never even pulled back. It never even pulled back. Okay, previous days open. And I'm surprised we're not seeing it pull up on the scanner. I wonder what's going on there. Why is that not pulling up? Do I not have that engaged? Russell, RTY, there's RTY. RTYZ. The algorithm is not liking it for some reason. But that's okay. Sometimes the math is so precise. That's why everything is discretionary, right, guys? Everything is discretionary. But the Russell never even pulled back. So we slightly got the pullback on the Dow, and it left the building. Micro S&P, it did give it to us. It pulled back, hit our zone, and now it's going in the direction. But the Russell, my goodness, taking a real nosedive here. Russell's taking a nosedive, forming this rally base. Maybe this is the drop, right? Rally base drop. Maybe it breaks through and pulls back into the bottom part of our opening range here. But we haven't really broken through, right? You see how that's probably why I think I know why it's not pulling up on our scanner. Do you see how we've broken through? We've got a definite break below, close below. We definitely broke through structure. We broke through that opening range on the Dow, and same thing on that micro S&P. We really broke through it, okay? But on the Russell, it's kind of just starting. It's like, not so much really, right? So that's probably what the algorithm is picking up on. But what we're seeing from our trading process is looking pretty good, right? Let's go over to the micro crude. Oh my goodness, Kazi, what do you think of this? Micro crude, man. I mean, range bound, right? Totally range bound. Break to the upside, break to the downside, break to the upside. Probably going to break back down, right? We are definitely playing a range here. Here's the lowest point, second lowest point, third lowest point. We'll bring it right to there. Range bound. Yep. Yes, indeed. Because we can't really we've got the downtrend, right? We got the downtrend on the high time frame, but that middle time frame momentum, that CCI, is telling us break to the upside, break to the downside, break to the upside, break to the downside, up, down. It's taking the extreme. What I'm trying to explain is it's taking the extreme on each move. Okay, we're going down, extreme momentum to the downside. Here, pulls back, extreme momentum to the upside. Breaks back down, extreme momentum. You can't get in. You can't get in on a trend that way. You can't get in on a trend that way. So it's a very clear representation of sideways movement. And what you're thinking to yourself, I want to get in at the beginning of a trend, and I want to ride that trend until the end, right? That's what everybody wants. Well, you've got to be able to visually see that on the charts. And this is a fantastic way to do it, okay? So, and again, this guy, Richard Lambert, he invented the commodity channel index, the CCI, back in 1980, and it's extremely useful. It's extremely useful. And when you apply that to a system like TrendCloud system, and you follow a process with this if-then statement, if price breaks to the upside in an uptrend on your high time frame, then look for demand zones. If pullback breaks below negative 100, stay out of the trade. If pullback takes place inside the blue shaded area, then take the demand zone. If then statements. You got to write it out. So interesting. Great lessons today, guys. Great questions, great observations. Let's start looking at some of these. Okay, so we did all of this. Natural gas. What's happening with natural gas here? Crude oil, 5-minute chart 284. Too many basing candles. Yeah. If it looks like too many basing candles, right? So we're still pulling back. Still pulling back here. We want to rejoin this uptrend. Where's that going to take place? Well, if you want to rejoin the uptrend of the natural gas, this has to recalculate. Break below, close below, right? Somewhere in here. High time frame. high time frame trend cloud, right? It's going to pull back somewhere in that high time frame trend cloud and below the 50 simple on the intermediate chart. We want that pullback to take place. We want CCI to stay above either positive 100 or at least stay above that negative 100 in order to take this trade. Maybe VWAP maybe creeps up into here. Okay, so a lot still going on there. Let's go over to the British pound. We didn't look at British pound. Clear the charts. Recalculate. Let's open everything up. Recalculate. All right. Okay. All right. So we're still down. We got this deep pullback. We're just starting to impulse back down. So is this the end? Is this where the corrective move end? This definitely looks like this is where the corrective move has ended on the high time frame of the British pound. Pulled back. We're starting to cycle down. Momentum is down. We're in, okay, right. Well, let's just take the full. Nothing is exact, right? Pulled back into this 4-hour supply zone. So this is the controlling swing high, rally base drop, broke through structure here on that high time frame. We're cycling down, okay, in a downtrend. Very nice. What's that look like on the middle time frame? Little extreme here, right? We've got a little extreme situation going on here. Still controlling swing high. We might have, okay, because nothing is extended here, right? Well, this was extended, pulled back into this zone, went a little high. So we want to see this hold. We want to see some sort of a move down, breaks below negative 100, right? Maybe it breaks through some structure and then pulls back into a formation for the downward move to break here. Where is that going to be? Well, this is the safe route. This is the situation we want to be in, because as of right now, there's a little bit, it kind of went break below, break above, that kind of situation. We don't really like that. We don't really like that. Go to that lower time frame. If we go to that lower time frame, let's clear everything again. We hit that VWAP, right? Can draw it out like this. So we can say, okay, if this in fact is the controlling swing high, why not wait on the lower time frame for at least a break of structure here, right? Or here. The bare minimum. Break of structure. And then a pullback, perhaps. Maybe this turns into a drop base drop that breaks structure. Now we can take that. Now we can take that. And when we pull back into this supply zone, we want to make sure that CCI broke below negative 100 and just pulled back shallow so that we can make the move down. See, we talked ourselves through a legitimate process. talked ourselves through that legitimate process there. Let's take a look. Oh gosh, Japanese yen. My goodness. Okay, Japanese yen. Ah, look at this. High time frame. Remember when we drew this out? We said, look at this candle, right? Let's take this off. Look at that swing high and that swing low on the Japanese yen. We were range bound. This candle made all of this range bound. And we're just starting to break above it. Right? Now sellers did come in here, right? Sellers did come in. Right? And we know that the Japanese yen, it loves to do these crazy, spike candles here. But usually after it does this, right? After it makes a wonky move like this, spike candle, continue the down move. Spike candle, continue the down move. Now we've got a break above structure here, right? Spike candle, continue the downtrend. Spike candle, continue the downtrend. We've got to wait for that. I mean, that's what I would do. I would make the observation, okay, breaking through the upside here, breaking through the upside. Where does this thing want to go? Looks like big institutions are shorting the Japanese yen after this type of movement here. So we're going to wait. We're going to wait for that. But we've got some strength here to the upside. And what's going on? Let's put that back. We went extended, right? We went extended on the Japanese yen on that high time frame. What does it like to do? It likes to break above and recalculate. So we are recalculating here for a downward move. We are recalculating here. And we've got this deep pullback. Intermediate momentum is to the upside, but it looks like big institutions really like shorting the Japanese yen. And all the sellers came in here. Look at that big move down. All the sellers pushed those buyers back down. And now we're finally breaking through that. So this will have some strength. And I'm expecting some sort of spike movement. Maybe it spikes past this. Maybe we spike past this. And we go a little higher into here. Or maybe into here. My goodness, look at that. I mean, you really want to wait for some extreme movement to happen on Japanese yen. That's what I'm seeing. I mean, you don't have to be, 25, 30 years in technical analysis. You can just go back and look at this thing, right, guys? Here, 1 hour chart. Look at it. Look what this thing does. Look at this. Wait for this to happen first. Wait for this to happen. Now this is crazy, and it did continue up, but all of this is inside candle. Wow, actually, holy moly. My goodness. So actually all of this is range bound, isn't it? And then it actually broke below. So we keep breaking below. Let's make this really thick. Makes sense, right, guys? Look at that candle. That is just crazy. So all this is range bound until it broke through right here. Then it made some spike movement and just slowly continued down. Came back into that area of resistance. So right here, I'm going to do like this. So we're coming back into that extreme area. Let's wait. Let's wait for something to happen like this. Let's wait for another kind of crazy candle to occur and then start looking for a reason to go short. That's what I would like to do. Okay, so we'll leave that alone on there. And Mariana, check this out. If you want to remind yourself, and everybody, you see, this is a very important line. This is a very important line. So I'm going to double click onto it. I'm going to bring this up, and let's see. Where is the lock? What happened? Can you not lock? Here. Okay, so you don't double click onto it. So Mariana, check this out. You just click onto a line that you want to make sure doesn't leave and hit the lock. You hit that lock button. Now, if you try to drag that line, you can't grab it. But you see how I can grab this line and move it? So if you ever want to lock something, just click it once, bring up the little tab here, and just click on that lock, and it will lock it in. And if you want to unlock it, just click the lock again. So yeah, pretty cool lock. And it'll show up blue. And this way, when you're moving around the charts, you're like, hey, how come this doesn't move? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's the, just a way to remind yourself about this crazy candle here. Very significant, guys. That's a very significant area there. Okay. What else we got? Time is it? 11 o'clock. Anybody, you want me to look at anything else, guys? Anything else of interest here that you would like me to take a look at? Because we are getting ready to wind down. Australian dollar is also on here. Australian dollar. Last time we were talking about Australian dollar, we were looking at this area, and we said, okay, we want to see this hold to continue that move down, right? And we're going buck wild here, aren't we? Let's take a look at that high time frame. Yikes. Extreme move down. It pulls back, kind of messy. Australian dollar. So longer term, maybe we should be looking at this on a higher time frame. Okay. Following that daily downtrend, not breaking trend cloud on the daily. Okay, so you see how I made that adjustment? What looks better? Where is it going to look better? Well, boy, oh boy, it sure wants to follow that daily trend cloud to the downside. And now we've got, okay, let's just do like this. And we're just starting to taper off here, right? And kind of go a little sideways. Still down, but let's make that green. Sorry. Make that green, and let's lock it. Click that. Click the lock button. There we go. Following down. So let's see here. Where do we have a level of imbalance that broke structure? Nothing here, right? This broke through structure, but there's really nothing there on the daily. I see this right here, right? See how we just, did we? Yeah, we just barely broke structure there, but there are sellers here. This for sure, right? This one, rally, base, drop, broke through a whole bunch of structure, and it does encompass this right here. I'm going to go grab this, and I'm going to do like that for now, okay? Red. What is that? 1 minute supply zone. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, you can definitely drop down on those lower time frames, Kazi, and take advantage of the momentum. Yeah, absolutely. And we'll lock that as well. Okay, so there's our range there on that daily chart. That's pretty high up. There we go. So if we want to rejoin the downtrend on the Australian dollar, we've got to pull up here. Drop base drop right here. Do you see how this drop base drop broke structure right here? Drop base drop broke structure right here on that 1 hour chart. And it's also, let's get rid of this. It's also got that high time frame TrendCloud component. The 50 simple on that higher time frame is located right in here. So this could be another, that deep pullback. It hits in this area. How far away of it? Almost hit it. So that's pretty fresh. And we're heading back to that area. Okay, so there's a nice little setup there. We want to see that hold. Okay, and it's very difficult. This is very difficult to get in because by the time we get back up to here, right? By the time we hit something like this, we're still going to be above CCI, right? We're still going to be doing like this above CCI. We want to see a reaction, break below, and then we can take the retest. Pulls back like this, shallow, and then starts making a move. Okay, that's what we want to look for. All right, guys. Well, it's 11:07, and had a great time today, guys. Great questions. Have a great weekend, and happy Halloween. Check your email if you guys do want to get in on the full course and get all of the entire TrendCloud system. I've got a Halloween special for you guys. So it's another 4 days or so it'll be going on, and then the price of the TrendCloud system with the course will go back up to $14.97. But you'll get an email. It'll say TrendCloud system, and you've got a nice Halloween special there, and the entire course with all 6 indicators that make up the TrendCloud system, $697 instead of $14.97. Okay, and you can look at all of the examples, get into that private Facebook group There's bonus videos in there all the time. And of course, you can join me here live to go over everything. But it's really nice to have that step-by-step process with a ton of examples that you can practice over and over again. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Have a great weekend, everyone.